Hello and welcome, I'm Sanjay Pinto. In 10 days or perhaps even earlier, for more than 1 crore students in Tamil Nadu, it will be back to school and back to school with books. That's important. And that's what the Supreme Court has ruled, and that's what the Tamil Nadu government says it will follow. But the legal battle has meant a race against time for students and their teachers. They will now have to work in true corporate style, 6 days a week to complete their portions. I even heard someone saying it could be even 7 days a week. But what led to this situation in the first place? The DMK accuses the state government of letting ego dictate its policy. The ruling AIDMK says it was concerned about quality suffering under the garb of uniformity. As the two Dravidian parties slug it out, is the common man, you and I, getting caught in the crossfire? On the big question tonight, we are asking you, the uniform rivalry, reverse swing or free hit? We are joined live by Cho Ramasamy, editor of Tughlaq, Mr. T.K. Selangovan, DMK MP and spokesperson. In our studio by Sheila Prakash, assistant principal, Joshua Matriculation School, and Navneet, a student of Lady Andal School. But all that and more will come up in about 10 minutes from now after the headlines and other top stories with Evelyn Matthew. Evelyn?
Thanks very much indeed, Sanjay. Let's take you through the top headlines and the news tonight. Students of Tamil Nadu finally have a uniform syllabus to go by post the Supreme Court's verdict, but can teachers make it up for the time lost?
I was a little bit worried in my heart about the loss of past 2 months.
We can hold classes during Saturdays and even if necessary on Sundays also.
Amma's government falls in line with the verdict by the Apex Court, but Karunanidhi claims a political victory.
அந்த சமச்சீர் கல்வி திட்டத்தை உடனடியாக தமிழக அரசு செயல்படுத்தும் என்பதை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன்.
அரசுக்கு ஆட்சிக்கு வந்த 3 மாதங்களில் மிகப்பெரிய பாடம் இந்திய உச்சநீதிமன்றத்தில் இருந்து கிடைத்துள்ளது.
The Chief Minister is disgruntled over Centre's seemingly miserly attitude, claims she had to pump in more than 705 crores from the state's resources. Amma says that providing drinking water to Tamil Nadu is top priority for her when MLAs bring up related issues at this assembly. In an NDTV Hindu impact, the cybercrime cell of the Chennai City Police investigate a website hosting pirated and adult content. And Aditya Mehta is snooker king at the national championships in the city. He beat Alok Kumar 6-2. Let's also scan what else has been making news across the world and the nation as well. As riots continue in London, David Cameron rushes home and tells rioters end the violence or face the consequences. As the riots spread to Liverpool and Birmingham, the big concern, will tomorrow's test match between India and England go ahead? Worried about the US slipping into a recession, the markets are extremely volatile with the Sensex bouncing from red to green. Chaos in Parliament after the BJP takes on Sonia Gandhi for her role in appointing Suresh Kalmadi as chief of the Commonwealth Games. Outside Parliament, the police lathi charge BJP activists as protests get out of hand. The UP government earmarks a whopping 26 crores for the sole purpose of providing security to the Chief Minister Mayawati. And as the oil spill from MV Rak reaches coastal areas beyond Mumbai, the Environment Secretary tells NDTV they will make the polluter pay. The top story we're tracking tonight, the impasse over the uniform syllabus has finally come to an end with the Supreme Court ruling in favor of the earlier syllabus. But with textbooks yet to be distributed, what is the road ahead for schools from now on? My colleague Krishnamurthy finds out. After weeks of uncertainty, over 1.2 crore students in Tamil Nadu now know what they have to learn. And it is going to be a huge challenge for both the teaching and the student communities. Every academic year, schools work for 220 days. Schools have already lost 52 of them due to the confusion over the syllabus.
2 months have lapsed. We are in a hope that portions will be completed within the end of this year, for which we should conduct special classes. We can hold classes during Saturdays and even if necessary on Sundays also, and thus we can cover all the portions.
Now the big question is, will the portions be completed on time with semester exams just weeks away? Meanwhile, students, especially those in class 10 and above, have been doing some smart work on their own.
Now I feel very happy even though there was a little bit worry in my heart about the loss of past 2 months, I will gather it by studying in my holidays.
Going by the book has got redefined thanks to the uniform syllabus imbroglio. After weeks of activity-based learning, students now have to go by the book, chapter and verse and exhibit their competitive spirit. Not an easy task for all. In Chennai with Krishnamurthy, Evelyn Matthew for NDTV Hindu. Now let's just draw out statements from that judgment which went against the Jayalalitha government in the state today. They observed that the Jayalalitha government's decision to postpone the education system was arbitrary and oppressive. The apex court asked that if 1,20,00,000 students were to revert to the multiple syllabus system prior to 2010, they would be utterly confused and would be put to enormous stress. The court thus called the entire exercise by the government oppressive to not just students but also the teachers and parents. Ideally, the state government should have acted thinking of the destiny of the nation that rests with its youth. Now, addressing another issue of contention by the present government, the Supreme Court agreed that there had been instances of personal glorification, self-publicity and promotion in the textbook content. Such material could be deleted rather than putting the operation of the Act 2010 in abeyance for an indefinite period. But the Chief Minister had told the Assembly today that the state government will implement the system following that dismissal of its appeal at the Supreme Court.
உச்சநீதிமன்றம் இன்று காலைதான் தனது தீர்ப்பை வழங்கியுள்ளது. தமிழக அரசின் மேல்முறையீடு தள்ளுபடி செய்யப்பட்டுள்ளது. உயர்நீதிமன்றம் ஏற்கனவே பிறப்பித்த ஆணையை 10 நாட்களுக்குள் செயல்படுத்த வேண்டும் என்று உச்சநீதிமன்றம் ஆணையிட்டுள்ளது. ஆகவே அந்த சமச்சீர் கல்வி திட்டத்தை உடனடியாக தமிழக அரசு செயல்படுத்தும் என்பதை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன்.
But the DMK chief M. Karunanidhi was quick to react post that big verdict from the apex court, calling it his party's victory. He said that the Chief Minister Jayalalitha was taught a lesson by the Supreme Court.
கோடி மாணவியர்களும் அவர்களின் பெற்றோர்களும் ஆசிரியர்களும் சமூக ரீதியில் அக்கறை கொண்டவரும் மிகுந்த ஆவலோடு எதிர்பார்த்த சமச்சீர் கல்வி பற்றிய உச்சநீதிமன்ற தீர்ப்பு வெளிவந்து விட்டது. உயர்நீதிமன்ற நீதியரசர்களும் உச்சநீதிமன்ற நீதியரசர்களும் திரும்ப திரும்ப சொல்லியும் அவைகளை எல்லாம் அலட்சியப்படுத்திவிட்டு திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழக ஆட்சி அறிமுகப்படுத்தியது என்ற காரணத்துக்காகவும் ஆதிக்க வர்க்கத்திற்கு ஆதரவாகவும் சமச்சீர் கல்வி திட்டத்தை நடைமுறைப்படுத்த மாட்டேன் என்று நீதிமன்றங்களே நாட்களை குறிப்பிட்டு சொல்லி அந்த தேதிக்குள் சமச்சீர் கல்வி பாடப்புத்தகங்களை விநியோகிக்க வேண்டும் என்று வலியுறுத்தி கூட கேளாமல் முதலட்ட பிடிவாதம் காட்டி வந்த தமிழக அதிமுக அரசுக்கு ஆட்சிக்கு வந்த 3 மாதங்களில் மிகப்பெரிய பாடம் இந்திய உச்சநீதிமன்றத்தில் இருந்து கிடைத்துள்ளது. இதே தீர்ப்பு திமுக ஆட்சியிலே உள்ள உச்சநீதிமன்றத்தில் உச்சநீதிமன்றத்தில் அவர் வழங்கப்பட்டிருந்தால் அம்மையார் ஜெயலலிதா உடனடியாக கருணாநிதி பதவி விலக வேண்டும் என்று அறிக்கை விடுத்திருப்பார். அதை போல நான் தற்போது அறிக்கை விட விரும்பவில்லை. இனியாவது இது போன்ற விஷயங்களில் ஜெயலலிதா தனது பிடிவாத போக்கை கைவிட்டு நாட்டு நலன் கருதி தன்னுடைய அணுகுமுறைகளையும் நடவடிக்கைகளையும் மாற்றிக்கொண்டு செயல்படுவார் என்று தமிழ் மக்கள் எதிர்பார்க்கிறார்கள். சமச்சீர் கல்விக்கு கிடைத்த இந்த உச்சகட்ட வெற்றியை அங்கிங்கனாதபடி எங்கெங்கும் உற்சாகத்தோடு கொண்டாடி வருவோம்.
When we come back on the news tonight, we stay with today's verdict on the uniform syllabus, but get you the big question on the issue. That's coming up with Sanjay Pinto. We'll be right back.